Boom.
Bit of a deflated booyah, but we're still booyah anyway. We're booyahing because we're still in a good place, still in a good mood, still in a good zone. You know what time it is. I thought it were done. I thought it were over. Clout Chaser's here. Get that badger in and on and over here. He's in, he's on, he's over, he's here. Follow me on Twitter, JackCity Music. I'll follow you back. Here's a tweet. Really frustrating today. First half did me head in. Second half, first 60 minutes of the whole game sort of wound me up a little bit. Ultimately, the run had to stop. The 10 games, it's unattainable. There's a reason why. It always concerns me. I didn't allude to this yesterday, but always concerns me when you get towards a record. I think it's like if you break the record, I think you can do another 3 or 4 games, but the actual breaking of the record, there's got to be something in that. I don't know if any of you guys are intelligent, but you know, if you actually know the ins and outs of that, there's got to be something. Like I know it happens a lot in tennis where they get right on the cusp of it and they just can't get over the line with it. You know, don't know. But yeah, ultimately, it's a draw. It's not a loss. So we've broke the run without having to actually lose a game. So we've broke the run. We might get a reaction without losing a game. So as long as we react midweek next week. Obviously some big games now. Last time I looked, it was Southampton were 1-1 and Ipswich were 0-0. That may obviously have changed by the time this gets uploaded. A lot of people going on Twitter saying that they were just aggressive and being disgusting at tackles and what have you and all this, which I think they were. But being aggressive is part of the game, boys, and we know this as well as the next man, Dirty Leeds, you know, we was extremely aggressive. Sending off were really stupid on their behalf, but for me, you know, you've just got to get on with the fact that they're being physical. That's what it's all about. They're going to bring it like that. I don't blame them. Our kid would have been all over it. They'd just been like, well, if they think they're better than us, let's get stuck into them. Let's see what it's all about. So you've got to sort of call it out. And if they're just going to be aggressive, you've got to be a lot better, haven't you? You've got to be, you know, a lot better than them, and we want. Stuff like, you know, Somerville went down, and he might have been a bit, but he won't worry. He got up after, you know, ref ended up stopping game. Don't know why the ref stopped the game. It should be up to players to kick it out, other than the head injury that they bang on about. But, you know, he hurt his ankle. To be fair to the other guy that wanted him in the tackle, he actually ended up coming off, so I don't mind him laying down, but I just think, you know, if they're going to get physical, you've got the free kick, get up, let's get playing, let's get the game going on. So obviously now everybody's jumped into the fact that it's Gray at right back. People have been waiting for this on Twitter. They've literally been waiting for us to slip so they can go straight in and say Roberts should be right back, Gray should be in centre, mid. Everybody's saying Kamara for Gray. I think Gray should stay right back, but it's Gray for Gruev for me, if you're going to ever go into the middle. Gruev comes far too deep, and particularly when we're under Kosh, he literally comes and stands with Rodon and Ampadu. He comes and he got the ball when I think we were pushing. We had a lot of possession at that point towards the end of the second half. He came and basically took the ball off Rodon and then just gave him it back. And there was nobody. It's like, if you're going to go and steal the ball off Rodon or Ampadu, go turn on it and go get further forward. Kamara didn't have his best day today. I don't think anybody did really. Thought it was a brilliantly worked goal though. I thought Roberts were really composed and Bamford obviously tapped him, but got to be in the right place at the right time. Strong to hold him off. James were really sharp when he came on. A lot of people saying that they wanted to get Joseph on. You know, I was going to say a lot earlier, but just get him on in general. I actually thought Peru were good when he came on, to be fair. I thought he linked up quite well. Well, a lot, actually. But, you know, I would have liked to seen Joseph myself. It seemed like it was sort of like, you know, there were little chances going to be sort of sniffing around, weren't there? Yeah, so just a frustrating day, but I'm not too downbeat about it. Let's see where we're at end of this week, end of next week, and then just go from there with it, really. They just went really narrow, didn't they? Sat really narrow, got the job done. Narrow and deep. And to be fair to them, for me, they deserved the 1-0 at half-time. Could potentially argue that they deserved the 1-1 up until I would say about 70 minutes, and I felt like we totally took over, really, and like, you know, really tried to get it going on. And I've just got to say that Hinchcliffe just should not be in a job. Anything that anybody does, he can do like far better, can't he? It's the second time now that I've watched him as well and just thought this is all one way against Leeds, this. Like Somerville, you know, I can't believe a lot of people are having a go at Somerville online. He's just trying to create stuff, try to look for the best. He's a bit greedy, Somerville, he is. But, you know, ultimately he's one of our best players. But he basically took 3 players on, didn't he, and hit the post. And then Hinchcliffe tells him that he should have scored. Rutter gets up, big win. he's not a header of the ball necessarily, is he? Wins the header, maybe a bit tame, but then he just sort of suggests that he should be scored. Can somebody show me a goals reel of him, please? But yeah, what's everybody's thoughts? Onwards and upwards. See what happens. See what comes at 5 o'clock. Ipswich and Southampton.
Boom.
JackCity, bitch. JackCity, bitch. Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprised. That's why I ask no.